Is your mortgage pre-approval worth the paper it's written on? All mortgage pre-approvals are not created equal. And I want to talk about why this matters and what to look for when you go to work with a mortgage broker, hopefully, and get a pre-approval before you go house shopping. We know that despite all the consumer education, all the realtor education out there, all the broken hearts, I mean, I was a realtor for 10 years. We know that approximately one in four real estate transactions fall apart on account of a condition in the purchase contract. And most of those are on account of the financing condition. And this is so preventable. And getting a strong, properly underwritten pre-approval, 95% of the time, this just doesn't have to happen. Broken hearts all over the place, shattered dreams, it's terrible. There's just nothing worse than a real estate transaction falling apart in the 11th hour because the buyer got declined at the lender because something was missed in the application. So, what is a underwritten pre-approval? What does that look like? What does that mean? And why should you ask for it when you're getting a pre-approval? Because a rockstar mortgage broker will always do this. Basically, what it means is we're doing all of the hard work for that mortgage application up front. We are not waiting till you have an offer on a house. We are not waiting until Friday afternoon when you have to remove the financing condition. We're doing it all up front. And so when we do your pre-approval, to underwrite that pre-approval is just a fancy way of saying, in addition to asking you for all the answers to normal questions like, what's your income, what's your job, what's your down payment, how much money do you owe, maybe on an existing house, credit cards, that kind of thing. In addition to asking those questions, we also should be asking for all of the documents to verify that information, and we should also be pulling your credit bureau. Sorry, but that is a necessary process. And if we front load all of that work up front, and then we run the numbers, and then we look at everything and we verify, that mortgage application is basically ready to go once you have an accepted offer on a house, and all we have to do is slide in that last piece, which is the property that the lender is going to use to secure the mortgage. Once you find that house of your dreams, then we put that in with the mortgage application because it also has to be approved by the lender, and we can submit it, and there's no delay. Remember, when you write an offer on a house, most of the time you will have a financing condition. In Lethbridge, generally 10 to 14 days is about the most you can negotiate for your financing condition. In a really hot seller's market, which in some price points we're still in, and we for sure were in that across all price points earlier in 2022, you could be competing with other buyers. And if you're weak on your pre-approval and you're not sure-footed, and maybe the seller's looking at 3 different offers, if you can have a tighter, shorter financing condition and feel more confident because you know nothing's going to go wrong with financing, the mortgage broker can advise the realtor and yourself that, hey, we've already pulled all their documents, we're not expecting any surprises, we're ready to go. Because on a Friday afternoon, if you're still waiting for, a notice of assessment from the CRA or a job letter or something like that, and your financing condition needs to come off of that contract by Friday night, you are in for some heartbreak because the seller is not obligated to provide you an extension. So it's a lot of pressure. That's not necessary. So you're looking for a underwritten pre-approval. You're not looking for back of napkin numbers or roughly qualifying you for what your budget is or using an online calculator. You want a mortgage broker who is going to do the hard work with you. It's going to be some work on your part. We're going to do the hard work up front. And then you go shopping for a house because then we're ready to rock. So if you have any questions about that process so that you can shop with confidence, call or text 403-382-7335 or
or look me up at karriflatla.com. Remember to follow me on Facebook and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the meantime, it is a gorgeous sunny Friday afternoon in southern Alberta. I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you for next Friday Fire. Take care.